through hour one, finishing up here and on this Money Monday, some more unfortunate news. We have breaking news. Let's go to Frank right now.
All right. Some very unfortunate news. Apparently, there was a shooting outside an Oklahoma Walmart. 3 people dead, including the shooter, killed this morning in the parking lot of the Walmart. The shooting happened near a vehicle. Duncan, Oklahoma, which is where this took place, is near the state's border with Texas, about an hour north of Wichita Falls. So very unfortunate. We saw those recent mass shootings in California as well last week. So the country's problem with mass shootings still continues to be a problem. We don't know many more details about whether this shooter knew the people that he shot or whether they were just shot at random. We don't know many other details about the shooter himself, his age, or anything like that. We expect a briefing from police within the hour.
We'll keep you posted on any breaking news coming out of that, as we always do. And, of course, our thoughts and prayers and condolences are with all the folks down there and who've been affected by this tragedy. And we seem to have some tragedy like this happening more and more often. And Frank, you know, somewhere out there you got to start thinking that it comes back to how divisive our country is because of what's happening on the political front. And I don't know who to blame. No matter how you look at it, they'll blame Trump. They'll say because he did this, someone did that, or the other way around. But the bottom line is we need some responsible and thoughtful gun legislation, which has to include, as many of our guests have noted on here, a serious look at mental health in the process of getting a gun.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what if anything happens with this. But at least in terms of the legislative front, there doesn't seem to be much of an appetite in either party for gun legislation, particularly not among the Senate Republicans. But we'll see where it goes. One other item, John, that broke over the weekend is that it's being reported that what we've been telling folks about, the president's planned ban on flavored vapes, flavored e-cigs, apparently he's going to hold off on that, which is leading none other than Mike Bloomberg, likely presidential candidate, to put out a statement saying, if Donald Trump won't protect your kids, then I will, essentially, and renewing his call for a plan on vapes.
Well, of course, Michael Bloomberg doesn't care about e-cigs or vapes or anything. He can't get them. You gotta reach the clown's hand or be 21.
You know what?
And he said earlier today when you put up his stuff that he was saying about, well, I've been for stop and frisk for the last 20 years, but I'm not for it anymore now that I'm running for president. I came up short in my thinking. No, Mike, you didn't come up short in your thinking. You are short.
Look, I'm short too.
All right, there's nothing wrong with short people, but, there used to be a song, short people got... Nah,
there are two things.
I love little people.
Thank you.
I have a lot of friends that are
There are two things that nobody can help, right? You can't help your height or your age.
Or your speed.
I don't think you can pick on people for their height or their age.
Speed, too. You can't teach speed. And speed kills as a football coach. So, yeah, height and speed would be my two things that I would look for.
But you can get faster over the years.
Not really. I mean, there's only a certain amount. I mean, you got to spend thousands and thousands of dollars for a tenth of a second. We're going to take a quick break, maybe like a tenth of a second right here. Flip it around and come back with a fire-breathing dragon of an hour or two coming at you right after this. When we bring in, who do we have today? Oh, Army veteran Bill Cortez, Marine veteran Bill Cortez, and Josh Kravitz. We'll mix it up right after this.
And good morning, I'm John Bachman. Here are some stories we're following today. First, in California, 4 people are dead, 6 are hurt at a shooting at a football watch party. Police say a number of unknown suspects snuck into a backyard in Fresno that was filled with people, and then they started firing into the crowd. All the victims were Asian men, ranging in age from 25 to 35 years old. The suspect or suspects remain on the loose. The CEO of FedEx is challenging the publisher of the New York Times and the paper's business editor to a public debate. Frederick Smith says the paper lied when it wrote that FedEx paid $0 in federal taxes in 2018. So far, the New York Times has not responded. And a new round of impeachment hearings are slated to start tomorrow. We expect 4 new witnesses to appear before a House Intelligence Committee, including Kurt Volker, the former U.S. envoy to Ukraine, who testified behind closed doors that there was no quid pro quo. Of course, we'll have full coverage of those hearings starting tomorrow morning. For more on these stories, you can check out Newsmax.com.